The dream remains Pep. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market today, guys. Many things to say, from Thomas Tuchel to Pep Guardiola, Erik but also David Alaba, Viktor Gyökeres and Barca stuff. Let's jump into it together. Ciao ragazzi, so picture this, it's match day, you've just arrived in a new city and suddenly no signal, no Wi-Fi and you need to check the latest football news. That's where Airalo comes in. It's an eSIM, a digital SIM. You download it before your travel, pick your destination from over 200 countries and regions available and you are good to go the moment you land. No more hunting for physical SIM cards, no outrageous roaming charges, just proper uninterrupted connection. Honestly, it makes traveling so much easier. Download Airalo today and use my code Fabrizio Romano 3 for $3 off your first eSIM. Never miss a beat, even on match day. Here we go. And so guys, let me start today's video with the news of the morning. We had several things and stories to tell you, several details to explain to you. But today let's start with something I told you already in July. Thomas Tuchel is and remains one of the candidates for the English national team job. But now the update is that Thomas Tuchel has received a call from the FA, from the Football Association, ready to discuss with Thomas Tuchel as a strong candidate for the England national team. So what does it mean? And now Tuchel has the possibility to become the new England manager. Lee Carsley has to be replaced, that's for sure. It looks very clear also in public, not just in the private conversation he's having with the Football Association, that he doesn't want the job. He wants to return to the under-21. He wants to focus on a different kind of pathway for his career. And so now the FA is looking for a new coach. The dream candidate is Pep Guardiola. So in the Football Association, the name they have in mind since they understood that Gareth Southgate was going to leave the job after the Euros was Pep Guardiola. The dream remains Pep. But on Pep Guardiola, remember what I told you last week. I released a video on here and I told you Hugo Viana, top candidate for Manchester City job. Chiki Begiristain is leaving, but doesn't mean that Pep Guardiola will also leave Manchester City. And I also told you, now Hugo Viana is official, now Chiki Begiristain left Manchester City. I also told you Man City are pushing, working hard to keep Pep Guardiola at the club beyond this season, beyond season 24-25. And now Manchester City are really insisting and they feel confident on the possibility to keep Pep Guardiola at the club. So Man City are not giving up. For the English Federation, Pep Guardiola is the dream, but Man City are not giving up. So remember about this, because Manchester City are really insisting and pushing to keep Pep at the club. What does it mean? That the England Federation are looking for other candidates and Thomas Tuchel, since July, remains one of the names they have in mind. The direct approach took place, so now Tuchel is a strong candidate for this job. On Thomas Tuchel, we had the opportunity to talk about Manchester United because they're back to work, they are preparing the Brentford game, Erik is on it with the coaching staff. Erik didn't receive a formal communication from Manchester United board telling him like, okay, you are staying. Because Manchester United management, Manchester United board never felt that they had to tell the manager something. So they discussed about the situation, they discussed about the problems they have in Manchester United, the slow start in Premier League and Europa League, but they never had to tell something directly to Erik like, okay, you are confirmed, you are staying, or no, you are being fired. Manchester United insist that he was never really close to being fired this week or last week. So this is the feeling, they have problems, they are discussing the position of Ten Hag for sure, but was never something close to be resolved in the recent days with Ten Hag fired. So this is the position of the club, this is why Erik Ten Hag has always been focused on the Brentford game, improve the situation, in terms of results, in terms of performances. Remember that Thomas Tuchel, as I already told you, was in the list of Manchester United last summer, had a meeting with Manchester United last summer, a direct meeting, an important meeting, because in that case Manchester United and Tuchel exchanged some ideas. Then Tuchel decided to continue with some free time, so break from football. Manchester United decided to confirm Erik Ten Hag as new coach, and nothing happened. But the appreciation of Ineos, the appreciation of Man United for Thomas Tuchel has always been there. So let's see what happens at United. Let's see what happens with the English national team. For sure, it's an important moment for Thomas Tuchel because England are now considering him as a strong candidate. And let's see what happens. At Manchester United, now the job is for Erik Ten Hag, and the game with Brentford is coming. Then guys, something I wanted to clarify about David Alaba. We had rumors in the last 24 hours for the Real Madrid player to maybe end his career early, as he's still not recovering from the serious injury he suffered 1 year ago. I was checking about that, guys, and what I'm told, sources describe to me this kind of scenario as complete nonsense, complete lie. David Alaba is absolutely not considering to retire. David Alaba suffered a serious injury, but David Alaba is 100% focused on returning, 100% focused on active football, 100% focused on Real Madrid. So David Alaba is not considering to retire. David Alaba is not making any plan about that. David Alaba is working on daily basis with the staff, with the physios, with all the people at Real Madrid to return as soon as possible. And they describe the process as positive, as good. So obviously it will still take some time, but David Alaba is absolutely not considering to retire. So forget about that. And question, Real Madrid are looking for a centre-back in 2025, January or summer? Yes, for sure, they are on it. Is that linked to the situation of David Alaba? No, because they already wanted a centre-back, Lenny Giroud, last summer. So it's not about Alaba. It's in general. Real Madrid want a new centre-back for 2025. Might be January, might be summer, but it's not depending on David Alaba, who remains part of Real Madrid. Plans to stay in Spain, guys. I wanted to mention something on Barcelona too, because I mentioned that several times, but Barca are preparing that, the new contracts strategy. So they are on it. The conversation has started a few weeks ago with Pedri. Barca want to extend the contract of Pedri as soon as possible. Pedri has a fantastic relationship with Hansi Flick also, so not just with the club, but also manager-player. The relationship is very good. So Pedri is absolutely keen on extending his contract at Barcelona. And then Gavi is returning, guys, for Barca. We know that now several players are returning from injuries. Fermin Lopez, another player who will extend the contract. Gavi is imminent. Dani Olmo, green light, also imminent, as I told you. So many players returning, but Barca, since the moment that Gavi will go back on the pitch, are prepared to discuss his new contract with his agent. The relationship is very good. Gavi is very happy at Barcelona. The manager, Hansi Flick, in this training session, still waiting to see Gavi in an official game. Hansi Flick is very happy with the approach of Gavi, the mentality of Gavi, the fighter Gavi. This is something that is needed in Barcelona squad, and so Hansi Flick is absolutely waiting for him, and the new contract will become a topic as soon as he returns on the pitch. So you will see that talks will accelerate in the next months, but Barcelona are working for Pedri, for Gavi, for Fermin Lopez, and remember, summer 25, Lamine Yamal turns 18 and his new contract is already prepared by Barcelona. President, director, Deco'S on it. So Barcelona are working hard on new contracts. Has a contract at Sporting, Viktor Gyökeres. I receive millions of questions about him every day, guys. As you know, I'm always posting when he scores because he's a machine. But let me say that the position of Sporting is clear. In January, they don't have any intention to negotiate the release clause. It's similar to what Benfica thought with Enzo Fernandez when they had Enzo after the World Cup. No chance to negotiate the release clause. Pay that money or nothing. So they are very clear. At Sporting, 100 million euros for Viktor Gyökeres, or in January, goodbye, because the player is absolutely not considered for sale for 60, 65 or 70 millions. This is Sporting position. Next summer, we will see. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories, from Gyokeres to Pedri, Gavi, but especially on the situation of David Alaba. Good luck to him. We wait for him back very soon. And then Tuchel, England, Man United, what's your feeling? Let me know here in comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.